All right, so here is two pop. Two pop. All right, so let's. It's been a couple. It really has been like a while since we've been doing these videos. Well, I did one like a week ago. All right, so check it out. We're gonna take and turn these guitars down and turn this down. All right, so check it out. Yeah, we'll go like that. Okay, so we're getting into this world of making cues, doing license libraries, and all this stuff, and trying to figure out how's the best way to do this. I don't play drums. I don't have a drum set here, so I have my buddy in North Carolina that tracks, and we were originally going to do it that way, but realizing as I'm going along, that's probably not going to be optimal. It's just going to be too hard, too much going back and forth. Let me do this. Let me just get that.
I can play drums for you with my lucky wing.
You got one arm.
Yeah.
He just had so. Yeah, we could do a Def Leppard. No, I'm not gonna say Def Leppard song. I said it, didn't I? I didn't. It's not a joke. They make fun. Yeah, it's funny things. All right. Anyway, so we were here about 3 weeks ago editing drums, and his arm fell out of the socket, and now. So tell us about the surgery.
I had surgery 2 weeks ago on Tuesday. Pretty much, you have a labrum, which is it's a ligament that kind of wraps around the shoulder joint, and it's what holds it in place when like the muscles are relaxed. Well, on the bottom of my shoulder, my labrum just wasn't there, so they had to like go in and reattach it. So I actually have a labrum.
Did they use
now.
gaffer's tape?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You
Only the best duct tape.
Told them. Yeah, we're studio guys. You can use gaffer's tape.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be a few months. You know, He's got to go easy. He starts physical therapy next week, and his first days he's gonna go for PRs with overhead squat, handstand push-ups, kipping leg raises or whatever. Those are jokes.
Yeah, just going easy on it. And
so what is the first? Just get range of motion, just get it to move, or?
Yeah, the first 6 weeks he said is all range of motion stuff, and then after 6 weeks they start working on strengthening it.
Yeah. All right, buddy. It's onward and upward.
Yep.
It's onward and upward, right? All right, so getting back to this whole licensing thing, the realization of that it's the thing with the live drums is I think that's going to work for certain scenarios. Like if we have something that's already put together and we want live drums on it, or, there's something specific for that. But I think for like daily work, it's just not going to be. And obviously the guy that plays drums with me, he's like my best bro, and but we talked about, and he was so cool about it on the phone. He's like, dude, I just want whatever's best, and I thought it was going to probably be hard to kind of coordinate. He works on all of the records with me, but if you're doing records, it's one thing. It's budgeted in time wise, it's budgeted in just everything wise. Like drums are going to take a few days. He'll track it, send it to me. Like sometimes he sends me an MP3 and I'm like, that's cool. And try the ride over here and the hi-hat here. And we kind of work on it together. Sometimes I'll like beatbox in a drum feel if I hear something and give him an idea. But with this has got to be more streamlined. And I know from working in LA on commercial music, for commercials and cues and bumpers and all that stuff, like it was the turnaround time a lot of times was a matter of hours. Like it was like it had to be done, so this is what we're kind of there's been a few changes. One is I'm going to start making beats on the piano, on the keyboard here. Not Machina anymore, because the way this is laid out, everything's on the keyboard in a row, so you can utilize all the different aspects of the snare and hi-hats and everything. You know, when I would assemble a kit and then map it out to Machina, I don't know, it was limiting, you know, and I don't know, my buddy Nate came over and he uses the keyboard, and I was watching him. I was like, you know what, maybe I'll just do that, because all the programs are, most of them are kind of laid out to one degree or another the same way, so it's a little more interchangeable. So I've got Superior, and what my buddy said he does is, he says, what I do is I open up Superior, and then I open up next to it you know what we'll do? We'll put the video up over here, because I'm going to be down here. Don't let me forget.
Yeah, top right.
Yeah, top right. Yeah, so we'll keep everything kind of over this way. So what he does is then he opens up another instrument track next to it, and then he puts battery, and then if you do shift and record, you can set them both to be recorded, and then all you do is the kick on all of these is pretty much C1. You just put in a sample and put C1, and then the snare is D1, and then I just threw it in the same spot, but you could put it anywhere. So then every time I hit C1, I get this. Every time I hit that, so then now I'm getting like almost like it's working like trigger, but in real time, right? Yeah. You can't use trigger while you're tracking, but then you get. So then if you kill Superior, you get your trigger, right? Mm-hmm. This is a very cool thing, man. This really was a cool thing. So the other thing that I started researching was Steven Slate drums. I like this. This is it just sounds great. And also, the thing I realized was I made a little temp beat in Superior, and see, one thing that's weird about this kit right here. You hear the flutter in the hi-hat? I don't know why it's doing that. I got to mess with it. But I was able to just cut and paste this over and get the Slate one. It's the same. It's the same setup. I think all I did was just move the hi-hat around. But anyway, so there it is. So here's Superior, and then battery. Right? And then Slate. Yeah, what's up?
Can I go to Kaiser's house?
Yeah, go see if they're over there. Okay? Alright, let me check on this. Is that dog out here? Yeah. Yeah, go do it. I'll come over in a little bit no matter what, alright? So that's the jam. And the thing too is that I've realized from listening to a lot of these cues, not only from the company that I'm doing an initial kind of meet and greet demo with, but, you know, I mean, like I have kids, so I watch SpongeBob, man. You know, I mean, some of the best sync music is in some of those cartoons, you know. It's a lot of rock stuff and a lot of weird punk stuff, and, you know, like especially like SpongeBob and Loud House, and that mostly all sounds programmed. So what I'll do, I'll play a little bit of this thing. This is just scratch guitars, and it's got a bass line. that just sounds more like what these licensing things sound like. They're just like hard and like, you know. So and then this again, this is just like a little 2-bar loop. It's not, you know, I haven't done any real finessing, but one thing that's weird is that hi-hat is definitely fluttery, and I don't know why. Let me look into that. Maybe the ambient was too high, and there's a little bit of like a phase thing. Feels like there's an odd munch to this. Let me put it at unity gain. Let me check my master. All right, so this is all unity gain. Definitely has an odd thing to that hi-hat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just that hat itself. I added a different hat there. Oh yeah, you can just hear it. It's got like a flutter to it. Yeah, that's its 15-inch pasty. Let me search. Let's put another hat in there. Let's try that. It's better. I don't like that hat though. That's a little dark, says young Will. Will knows. See, that's I think what it originally came with. Oh, I know what it is too. I have it turned down here. That's better too, but it still seems like it's fluttering. Are you hearing that?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Let's do something here really quick. Let's just give me a beat. I'll just take a second here and go. Let's what are we gonna call this video?
Fluttery hat.
Fluttery hat. You know, we'll go to the beginning. Yeah.
Got a new hat.
Let me see. What I got here. There's a couple things that I don't know yet about this, which I gotta learn. Oh, right, because there's nothing there. There you go. Okay. So, yeah, so it seems like it shows the entire piano roll, is it? I don't see how you can enlarge it. Like the little buttons that are usually over here that make the squares bigger don't seem to be there. And I don't see like an hourglass, a roll thing.
What about like the plus and minus on the kind of in the bottom right corner? Does that do anything?
Okay, that does that. That does down here. Seems like it should. Oh, there we go. That just made it bigger? I guess, but now I don't see that I have a way.
Let's scroll.
To yeah, that's it. It's just showing that. I don't know about that. Let me try another one. Oh, is that just scrolling? No, wait. No, that's that. I don't know. Hold on. I've never really dug into this. Well, let's just see here. We got, right? I guess it's cool. It's not as bright. I noticed the hi-hats. I mean, you can obviously brighten this, but I noticed the hi-hats were really bright on the other syncs that we were like listening to, the ideas. There we go. Okay. Where did wasn't I just on the hi-hat? Am I losing my marbles?
Yeah.
What? I thought it said... Oh, it says hi-hat. Oh, because that's where it... Oh, I see. Okay. It's going to be cool, though, dog, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's big. And the thing I've been, and I can be, I just have to take my time more when programming. It's almost nice with just a little bit of the hi-hat from the slate one. Yeah. Just figure it out. Just, wiggity. And I did the thing. So one thing that I am doing different here, every time I make a video and I look at it and then I look at all these other people's videos, I go, I'm done making videos the way I know. I gotta be folk, and then I just keep doing the same thing. But these are different kinds of videos, right?
Yeah.
People get to watch like the whole thing, right? So if you come to edit window view, you get this thing called real-time properties, which I was using this for a while, but I'm not using it anymore because that almost like it almost lays it into like a timeline, like it grids it, right, where it then can't move. But because what I did was I did stuff where I was coming here and then going into quantize, and I was doing like randomization. The strength wasn't perfect. You can put swing on these things. You can do different things to the different. Yeah, so you can do different things to them. So I messed with them and got them, just a little variation in the kick. Anyway, that's it. So so we got it. The good news is we got it.
We got him.
We got it. So that's going to be the deal. So I've got the slate here, which I really like, and they've I've got all the slate drums too. I've got the CLA from Trigger. I've got the Bendith. I've got the Terry Date. I've got a whole bunch of this stuff. So when I saw some stuff was in here, there's like classic CLA hybrid. Mm-hmm. So then this is just the first kit that comes in, right? This is just Stephen Slate. Chunky rock. Yeah. There's metal. Black metal. Cracky metal. Cracky. Anyway, so that I just put on absolute rock just to start.
Beefy dry.
Beefy dry. That's pretty beefy dry. Anyway. And then you can mess with it. And then, so from here, let's say we've got, which I have not messed with this at all, but they're all, there's elements about this one that look like addictive. Mm-hmm. Right? So we go to, it's got all the grooves. Like, oh, what do I know, right? I'm just trying to figure this out. Right. Here's the hi-hat. So, I don't know how to just add EQ to the hi-hat. Dynamic velocity. This is all like how there's the ADSR built right there. It's really nice. Hi-hat, volume, pan. I don't see where's the EQ?
Yeah.
Is it here?
What is that? Is that the
ADSR?
The envelope?
Yeah, attack, decay, sustain, release. Yeah.
What are those knobs on the bottom of it? That doesn't. Yeah. I don't know what those do. I don't think it's.
It may do it when you do that. Yeah, that's just different curves.
Yeah.
I don't see.
EQ.
I don't see EQ. It's kind of weird. Unless you just don't have EQ. There's got to be EQ, though, right? Yeah. Anyway, well, we're going to mess with this now. And I think just like the other programs, you can change out the hi-hats and you can assemble kits. I got to sit down and... Yeah, so you can set up your own samples. And then there's classic and rim shot. It's really cool. I don't understand why I don't see an EQ. It's just not articulations. There's the articulations. Maybe it's just... But isn't that weird? Why is there no... where is there no EQ?
What about on edit? What if you go to the edit page over on the left? What's that? That's just the...
That's just probably it looks like building the kit. Yeah, you can... SST, what? Oh, right, because we're still here on... I don't know. There it is. I don't know. Oh, right, because it's soloed. My bad. Yeah, okay. All right. Sorry for that. Operator error. Right, it switches back to the hi-hat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see an EQ. It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah. What about in settings?
It says add auxes. Settings.
Yeah. There's nothing there.
No, that's just showing where everything is and all the schmutz. All right, well, we're just going to have to obviously get the feel of this. Good news is that we're going to be able to get this thing rocking.
Yeah.
And that's we just, I spent the weekend, or the couple days this week in Ohio with my buddy Rob, and we were trying to get his whole deal up and running. And now everything looks good. All right. I mean, obviously, Superior is the most elaborate of this whole thing. So it's going to be cool, man. We're going to have fun. This is going to be the way it's going to be, kind of a basic. The other thing I'm doing different, I had set up Superior, Addictive, and Battery to import from a template split out, like kicks going to, a pair of, or, a kick track, snares, hi-hat, tom 1, 2, 3, stereo over, stereo rooms. It was all split out. So then you would put that group of tracks in I mode, input monitoring, and then as you played, it played through it. So when you got done with the whole thing, all you did was hit record from the beginning, and you could print out the whole track, and then you had separate kick, snare elements, and all that. But I'm done. I don't want to do it that way anymore because it's limiting. Just like using Machina is limiting.
Yeah.
Right? Because now I can't just rifle through like all their hundreds of kits and their different setups, because they're all set up for stereo out. So what I'm going to do now is I set this up. Here, I'll show you. I'm just going to keep this so simple. We go into templates. Drum programming templates. In here I said split outs. This is the split outs for Superior, Battery, and Addictive separately. But here's all stereos. And it's just 4 stereo instrument tracks with them already instantiated, but everything just coming out stereo. So then you can just scroll through all the presets. And then, you know what? And, I was so hung up on like having it all set up, but you know what the truth is? On some of these, it takes like 2 minutes to split this stuff out. Yeah. It's so fast, right? So there's whatever, Rock Foundry. Oh, I don't want that. I want Music City. Oh, I don't want, it's just I can go through, because what I have a tendency to do is, whatever, Desert Dry? Does it say Desert? Desert Dry. What I have a tendency to do is like, I take as minimal amount of time, I find something that works, and then that's what I do, and then it's like, I stay on this narrow bandwidth, I think too, it's from growing up in a military family and being in the military. That's a little bit the way the military is. Like, find what, just like rifle in on what's going to work, and then you just drag it, go all the way, take it to the bitter end. And as long as it's working, you stick with it, right? Because, in the military, like, if you improvise, people die. But there you go. So it's all just, you can go through any kit Doesn't make a difference. LA 1991. And then the hi-hat, everything's in the, it takes a little while to load in, but everything's in the same spot by using, I have a 37 key keyboard that's right here. Whoa. Right, and that C3 is always the open hi-hat, you know? No, there you go. Oh no. Good night, Dark Continent. So now you come to SSD. And there it is. This is Stephen Slate. And the thing that's crazy about this is it's weird why Superior was so much louder. It's like just way louder, like generically, or like because I just literally put these up and I didn't adjust anything. Yeah, so that's 0 here is that volume, where 0 here is actually probably I would say a better volume, right? Because the Superior gets a little loud, but yeah, you can always turn it down. Instruments, yeah, I've got to learn all this.
Yeah.
Right? Kick, NRG, these are like separate, I guess. Can you come here and drag it down? Oh my god, dude. This is going to be great.
Yeah. It's not Native Instruments after all.
Oh my god, Native Instruments, they can I'm not going to say it. They can complicate something that's not supposed to be complicated. Do the math. So there. Are you laughing at me or with me? Here's battery, and this is a blank slate, which doesn't really even need to be. So the way it works now is I come here, I put one there, I put one here, I put one here, and this is now like my piano roll, and you'll see them light up as I go from C1. Oh, right, C1, C sharp 1, D1, E flat 1. Yeah, and then you just... So that's where you can then put in all your... delete 8 cells. Yeah, and that's where you can put in your... It's where you can use it like trigger. And just put your samples in there, man. You know, so... I got it. This is what we're going to do today. We're going to assemble a kit, and we're going to start programming. So if I come to files, yeah, here it is. Here's like my, no, where's mine? Yeah, here's my stuff. No, wait. See, I gotta get hip to my thing again here. Licensing keys, job pin, Superior. It's the first one. No, it's not. Where is it? I know it's here. See, I got to get hip. Yeah. You know, there's all my splice samples organized. It's not. Where is it? Is it? Oh, it's in Slate Drums. No, it's in. Yeah, it's in the wrong place. It's in this trigger library. We're going to move this around today. And there's all mine. Whoa. You know, snares, kicks. Ooh, that's that Andy Wallace kick.
Yeah.
So you pop that there. Let's go back to snares. little Michael Jackson snare. And you would come here, and then it would be on. I know.
It's Billie Jean.
I'm genius. All right, let's get rid of this. All right, so, and then the last one is Addictive.
Fairfax.
Which this one has a different setup than SST and Superior. Yeah, this is a total different natural layout, but it's there, and it's cool. I think this is what Warren Hewitt likes. He uses this Addictive, and I've got the entire suite. Yeah. You don't know the song.
Is it Rock Hall? Is it?
It's Pat Benatar.
Oh.
For
some reason that made me
hide away over my head. Bow, bow, dun, 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 dun. It also could be like Masquerodum. That's pretty
I don't
cool.
know why, but it reminded me of like, I wanna rock.
Yeah, it does that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Immigrant Song.
Dude, my kids love that song. It's in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Come from the land of the ice and snow.
My roommate
Because that's how heroes do it. I messed the timing up. Addictive is a cool program too. It's just I think Superior is just
Superior.
I wasn't gonna say it.
I mean, it was right there.
I mean, the thing with Superior, with the mixer and all that, it's just, it's a whole thing, right? But anyway, so that's the deal. Either way. See, I messed it up. I went because I just did on Addictive.
Addictive.
Yeah, Addictive is but see, like if you go like this, and then you go to Slate.
I wonder if you can change the basic routing of Addictive.
You could, but that's the whole point. There's 150,000 kits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be I would just probably not. I would opt out of that idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there it is. So I got this like one. Like. All right. So here's a test question. Will, what do you have? Only one. What's the one time? What's the one thing you only have one time, one opportunity to do it in life? Well, there's a couple of them. You only have one time, like make a first impression, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna be sending this thing out to my buddy that owns a label that this is what they do, right? And I want it to be on point, man.
Yeah.
That's just, so it's taken me a little bit longer, but the thing is, through this process, I'm figuring out how to do this and what I want to do, and because once it's all set and I'm just doing it, doing it's the easy part. You just do it. Yeah, this is gonna be cool. So, how long has this video been going on? Well,
it's like an hour, probably.
Is it that long?
Maybe. Well, maybe a little less. Maybe 40
No,
minutes.
has it been that long? Oh, we can look right here.
40 minutes is my guess.
Why doesn't this tell me time? It gives me bars. How do I change this?
You don't count in bars?
I don't know. It's been a while. Well,
You YouTube thing will tell him how long it's been.
And you're doing good, man. You know, when he busted his thing, I was afraid he was going to slip into the...
I can't let this slow me down.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
I have too many... there's too many important things to let this...
Yeah.
Things like this slow you down.
You know what's shipping from Germany in a few days?
Huh? It was delayed.
It's delayed again?
Yeah, they emailed me. They emailed me earlier this week and just said that it was delayed. So I called up GC, and Austin answered, and I was like, "Hey, I got an email that was delayed. Is there any kind of word on when it's going to be there?" And he talked to the guys, like the guy that was ahead of it, and he said that they have like 4 orders in, but they don't know the time frame when it's actually going to ship.
Yeah.
So.
All these amp companies are struggling because a lot of the companies that make the transformers are gone.
Yeah.
That's what my buddy runs Gibson, and they're making a place to, because now they do Mesa Boogie. They're going to be winding their own output transformers. He's like, it's just like it's hard to get them. So, well, anyway, it's good news though.
Yeah.
All right, it's time to get after this thing, right?
Yep.
I again did not want to make a video like this, but maybe I'm just destined to never make a video like all the other people that make videos on YouTube. You know, I watch them. I mean, I know them. I know what they're going to say before they say it.
Yeah.
But I can't say it.
See, that's our thing. We're unpredictable.
But that makes us actually predictable, because you're not going to know.
It's predictable that you're unpredictable.
Yeah. Oh man! All right, let's wrap this thing up. But there you go. So that's where we're headed. So we're gonna work on these cues, and we're gonna be starting to make. Yeah, we're gonna show how this is made. It's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be fun. I got to get my. And the thing that's cool about this is the way Nate will put in his sample and battery and program it together with Superior. But then what I can do is, when it's all said and done, all I do is copy paste the MIDI from Superior into Steven Slate, and now I got them all. Mm-hmm. I would probably not track them all, for a reason is that I would want to edit Superior and then put the edited onto Slate.
Also, it might cause some latency to track all of them at once, because I'm sure that's pretty hard on the computer.
I don't know.
To run all those.
Yeah, I would just do the two.
With tracking.
I would just do this and this. So then, when you're playing, you're gonna get. Yeah, so you get them both. And then if you kill Superior, you get. Dude, that's a genius idea. Together. You know, I watched this video with Steven Slate talking about when he came to Hollywood. I met him, like, he had just moved there. He was at my studio for a NAMM party at like 2005. He had just moved to LA, and he said that he moved there and he had done a bunch of one-shots in a studio in Boston, and he had them on a disc, and he went around to everybody and gave them the disc and said, start using this, and a bunch of people used them, and they ended up on a bunch of hit records.
Oh, yeah.
And people were like, oh, this is great. It's kind of what started him.
Yeah.
He started with one-shots, which is the concept of trigger.
Okay.
It's just bam, bam, right? Then he says, as things evolved for him and the industry, it became a lot about what they called multi-velocity round-robin samples. Mm-hmm. So you could get all the ghost notes and all this stuff. And he said that became such a big thing. And he said, and this was like a year or two ago, the video, he said, and then all of a sudden, like a year or two ago, some people were hitting me up and they were like, hey man, do you still have those one-shots? Like because one shots are like can be such an integral part of mixing, because it just parks that drum, especially like rock, metal, pop punk, emo, screamo, pop rock, country rock. You just want that thing, bam, 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 and that was the concept. So he ended up going back and finding the hard drive that he had originally done the session with, and he added those one shots into this new SSD. So the way it's set, this is set up almost like having like a drum track and having trigger combined, because you can lay in the one shots right into here, and then we can also do it in battery with whatever I want. I've got a ton of one shots. I've got a bunch of Slate one shots. I've got my own one shots. I've got one shots from, whatever, So, yeah. So but that's the way. That's the concept here, is to figure out and like talking to Nate about this. He says, yeah, I know some people that use Superior for the metal, not metal like metal, metal for like cymbals and hi-hats and rides, and they use Stephen Slate for the shells. So you can just program, you can just do whatever you want to do, and it's all linked. It's gonna sound fine.
Yeah.
And then you can just use like an external reverb to kind of glue it all together, put it all in the same room if you want. There's sometimes the whole program thing is that it does sound funky. I mean, that's the whole point of it, right? We're not, So anyway, there it is. And then if I fire up this, I get all three of them. See, the Slate is nice, man. You add the Slate in there, and you just get that that sound is, I know that sound.
Yeah.
That's just his absolute rock, his basic kick. I mean, that snare is just killer. Just get rid of that. Those aren't the right samples on
battery.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, just a little bit. And see, both hi-hats work.
Yeah.
So you could blend them, or you could just do no hi-hats on Slate. And they both go to open hi-hat, right? You do layers of toms. And then we can lay in trigger, and then we can do this, and then we can do that, and then we can have 17 drummers record it, and we'll just lay it, and then we'll just do like amp farm.
No part on it.
Yeah, we'll get an old 9.6 pod, the one that looked like a kidney. Anyway, pretty exciting stuff, kids. Like and subscribe. Is that what we're going for?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, always.
Let's do it. All right. So let's stop recording.